If you're a heat and air machine technician or even a salesperson, should you withhold information in your sales process with your buyer only to have to tell them to get it done later? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business and a fantastic day to talk about you. Coming to you live from Sacramento. All right, so here's the thing. There's going to be a point in time that you go out to a service call, you go out to a sales call, and you look through the entire attic, you look through the basement, you look through the home, the sub area, and there's problems with the ductwork. There's problems with the system. There's something wrong. And so you've got opportunities. You sit down with the homeowners, you sit down with the business owners, and you present, okay? But like in your mind, you're like, hey, if I tell the people that there's a problem, I'm probably not gonna get the deal. So here's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm going to present, I'm gonna give a solution, and then when we go install, we'll go back and upsell them. Now, this, so you know, is a recipe for disaster. And first and foremost, please do the right thing for your buyers and clients. Please make sure to take care of them and look and say, hey, these are all the wrong ways to do business. Now, I'm gonna share my personal belief. It may not be yours, but I'm gonna go over a couple things with you. If you go out, we go out to a sales call and you admit to tell people something and you factually misrepresent the situation, that's a bad position for you to be in. That's a bad position for the company to be in. Like, there's no need for it. There's no reason to ever lie, cheat, or steal. And so in essence, what you're doing is you're saying, here's my price, but I'm gonna come back and have a conversation. And I would say, the problem with that is it's the flip-flop. The problem with that is that's the type of things that people write on scam websites. That's the type of thing that ends up on the news. And you don't have to do it, right? So here's what you do. You sit through, you make a note of all the work that needs to be done. You make your list and you meet with Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith, Mr. Jones, Mrs. Jones, and you're like, okay, here's what is going on with your system. We took a look. There's a couple of code violations. We're gonna have to make some modifications for those. There is some clearance issues. We're gonna have to make some modifications for those. Oh, and by the way, you've got a lot of issues with your ductwork. It's highly recommended that gets changed at the same time as your heating and air conditioning system or your heat pump or your boiler or whatever you have at their house. Probably won't be a boiler. Excuse me, I made a mistake, right? And so you tell them, hey, here's the things that are going on. Do they have to do it? No. But it's your role and responsibility to share with people, here's what the situation is, here's what the problem is, here's what's going on. And this right here is why you should join my email publication, hvactechsecrets.com. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. Okay, so you have the role and responsibility to share with people what the problems are. They have every right and responsibility to tell you no. And if you go to somebody and you're like, hey, there's a problem, chances are pretty good that in a lot of situations, they could say, you should have seen this. I live in the state of California. I have a contractor's license, a General B, and on the test, one of the most common complaints that they ask about is scope of work. Like, people get confused on what's happening and what's not happening when it's not written down. I would make this recommendation. Let's say you meet with me, I'm your potential client, and you give me a proposal that says, hey, new package unit on the ground. We have those here in Sacramento, we got a ton of them. And recommend new ductwork and then the amount for that ductwork. Now, once again, not an attorney, doctor, marriage counselor, or therapist, but at least you've disclosed, you've given the information, and you said this work should be done. And the reason I'm saying where you should put it on the proposal is this reason, because you've over-disclosed it. You've put it on a document. They can't come back and go, hey, I don't remember where that was on the proposal. You can go back to the deal points and go, I put it here if you wanted to add it. You chose not to do it, but it needs to be done because of permit and because of code. Be aware, this is the dream situation for people who want to cause a lot of problems for you and for your company when you don't disclose. This really needs to be done. Now, I will share something with you. In Sacramento, about 50, 60, 70% of returns are too small. And there's a lot of lazy salespeople out there that don't want to do the work. So they'll tell homeowner, Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith, Mr. Jones, oh, you don't have to enlarge that return. You want to know why? Because it saves time on the job and they're bidding it down. They're like, oh, we're not going to do it for X amount. We're going to do it for 1, 2, 3 amount because that work, we're not even going to talk about it. You want to differentiate yourself. You know that people give bids. Like if you're up against two other salespeople, two other technicians who know what they're talking about, and they look, and they're like, your ductwork is just turfed. There's problems with it. You really need to replace it. Oh, well, the other guy didn't tell me that. Now they call you and they go, hey, sales dude, tech, sales chick, tech chick, what's up with my ductwork? Well, I didn't look at it. Well, you know you did. Just make sure to do the right thing for the buyer. You don't have to play those games. You've got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and then every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, you know what you got to do. Share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.